born on 7/7, why love feels like a test for you. Have you ever asked yourself why love always feels so difficult for you? Why every time you open your heart, life seems to hand you a lesson disguised as a relationship? If you were born on July 7th, this is not just a coincidence. This is the pattern of your soul. Love for you is not just romance. It is a curriculum, a series of tests, each designed to sharpen your ability to trust, to surrender, and to love without fear. And in this script, we'll dive deeper than ever before, across numerology, tarot, human design, and Western astrology, to uncover why love feels like an exam you can't escape. If your birthday is July 7th, this question probably echoes deeply inside you. Because love, for you, has never been just simple romance. It has always carried with it challenges, sometimes subtle, sometimes dramatic, that push you to grow, to reflect, and to transform. Here at Soul Design Lab, we decode life stories through the lens of multiple systems: numerology, tarot, human design, and Western astrology. Each is like a window, showing a piece of the puzzle, and when combined, they reveal a whole map of your soul. So today we're going to take a long journey together, into the heart of why those born on July 7th experience love as a test. Don't worry, this isn't about curses or bad luck. It's about soul lessons, patterns you're meant to notice, and keys you hold to finally break free. By the end of this journey, you'll not only understand why love feels so hard, but you'll also know how to pass these tests gracefully and finally allow love to become what it's meant to be. Not a battlefield, but a sanctuary. Let us begin with the power of numbers. Numerology teaches us that being born on July 7th gives you the vibration of the double 7. 7 is the seeker, the philosopher, the one who dives deep beneath the surface. When doubled, this energy magnifies. You do not simply fall in love. You test it, you question it, you demand to see its truth. This makes your relationships feel like examinations. You push, you probe, you wonder, is this real? Can I trust this? The irony is that the more you test, the more fragile love becomes. Yet within this lies the lesson. Learning how to trust, not blindly, but with wisdom. As you look back on your journey, you may see 3 stages of love. In youth, before 25, your love is intoxicating yet confusing. You fall fast, but doubts eat away, and breakups feel like personal failures. In your late 20s and early 30s, you meet karmic partners, relationships that feel destined, almost fated, but end painfully. These are not meant to last, but to teach. And beyond your mid-30s, love finally settles when you learn to balance trust with discernment. Only then does love transform from a test into a gift. This theme is mirrored in the tarot. The Chariot, card number 7, aligns directly with your birthday. It speaks of control, direction, and willpower. In relationships, this shows your need to steer everything, to hold the reins tightly. Yet the Chariot also warns, hold too tightly, and the joy of love is lost. Another card, the Moon, reflects the illusions and doubts you often carry. You might misread signals, suspect betrayal, or fear abandonment. The Lovers remind you that every connection is a choice between fear and trust. And the Death card teaches you that endings, though painful, are graduations, marking the end of one lesson and the start of another. Another card often tied to your life is Death, not as an ending, but as transformation. Many of your relationships end abruptly, forcing you to shed old skins. Each ending is not punishment, but graduation. Each heartbreak pushes you closer to wisdom. Tarot tells us that the repeated cycles of loss and renewal are not cruelty. They are initiations. Love tests you so you can finally recognize what love truly is: mutual trust, not constant vigilance. Human design brings another layer of understanding. Many born on July 7th fall into projector or reflector archetypes: sensitive, receptive, and deeply intuitive. You feel your partner's emotions as if they were your own. Sometimes you even lose yourself in them. Instead of waiting for love to flow naturally, you rush in, overanalyzing and over-offering. The lesson here is clear. Wait for the invitation. Love is not about control, but alignment. You are asked to set healthy boundaries, to love without dissolving yourself. Now, let's turn to Western astrology. Born on July 7th, your sun is in Cancer, ruled by the Moon. This makes you deeply emotional, intuitive, and protective. You long for security, for home, for lasting bonds. Yet the double 7 intensifies this longing, making you both deeply loving and deeply afraid. Venus and Moon placements often highlight your vulnerability. Relationships reflect lunar cycles, emotional highs and lows, beginnings and endings. Your greatest test is to learn emotional independence. You cannot always rely on a partner to soothe you. You must first soothe yourself. When you do, love stops being a test and becomes a sanctuary. To see this in real life, meet Anna, born on July 7, 1992. At 19, she fell in love passionately but was consumed by jealousy. At 23, she met a karmic soulmate, intense but destructive. At 30, she realized each heartbreak had been a lesson, not a curse. By 33, she married. Not the most dramatic love, but the most stable. Her story is a mirror of yours. Love tests until you learn trust. Looking at the broader arc, your journey unfolds in stages. Between 18 and 25, love is dramatic, often ending in painful breakups. Between 26 and 35, karmic partners arrive, teaching you the difference between attachment and real love. Beyond 35, you find stability once you've passed the lessons of trust. These phases are not punishments, but classrooms. So how do you pass the test? First, practice trust. Not blind trust, but faith in your own ability to choose wisely. Second, balance your heart and logic. Stop overanalyzing love. Third, heal your past, making peace with exes so you don't repeat karmic loops. Fourth, slow down. Let love develop naturally without rushing. And finally, affirm to yourself daily, I allow love to flow naturally into my life. I trust myself, and I trust love. Picture this. A woman born 7/7 sits alone after another breakup. She thinks, why me? Why always me? But a quiet voice within whispers, because you are meant to learn trust. Slowly, she sees the pattern. Slowly, she releases the grip. Slowly, she discovers that love flows when she stops testing it. Being born on 7/7 does not doom you to endless pain. It blesses you with the deepest lessons of love. Love will test you, yes, but each test is a gift. Each heartbreak is a graduation. And when you pass, love transforms into sanctuary. Remember, you are not cursed. You are chosen for a higher curriculum of love. And when you finally embrace it, you will inspire others with the depth of your compassion. So if you are born on 7/7, walk proudly. Love is not punishing you, it is shaping you. And if you would like your birthday decoded next, comment below. Subscribe to Soul Design Lab, where your destiny is revealed.